in the midst of seeing all these migrants come across the southern border to the tune of, I've heard as many as 18,000. What is DHS's message these days? It's don't deport anyone who doesn't pose a threat to public safety and isn't a new arrival. So it's basically amnesty. They couldn't get their amnesty through in their reconciliation bill because even the Senate parliamentarian was like, well, that's not really about a budget issue. That's something else that should be run by the American people. The DHS secretary has effectively granted it because if we're not going to deport you, I mean, it's not citizenship, but if we're not going to do anything about you and you're here illegally, unless you pose some serious crime with a threat or as a terrorist, that's what he's talking about. Welcome to America.
Yeah, let me translate what the DHS said because I speak bullcrap fluently. So let me translate it to English. Everyone who wants to come to America, come on in. Come on in right now. Nothing's going to happen to you. Haitians, we were just kidding. Come across the border. Everything's great. That's what people are hearing. That's what they're hearing.
Are you using sound effects live in real time? I got to talk to Sirius. Why can I do that, Abby? That's so cool. It's amazing. No, that's exactly right, though.
I can also do this.
Nothing to see here. Nothing at all.
Yeah,
oh my God! I'm gonna have nightmares about that.
You ever need the devil to show up? We can do that.
Yeah. Is that
anyway?
That should have been your Nancy Pelosi voice in the last segment.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I mean, what's happening is they are making this announcement and they are telling everyone who wants to come here, come. They say that they're saying the opposite. No. We've got Kamala in some hidden closet somewhere telling people not to come, sending a very clear message. Mm-hmm. You know, it's not what you say, it's what you do. And what they're doing is sending the message, come on in, you're fine. Mm-hmm. We're not going to hassle you.
And their defense to this is, oh, no, we're only saying that for people who were here, prior to 2020.
No, you're not.
Look, even if that were true, these migrants have no idea. They don't, A, believe that, or B, have any idea about what time qualifier is on there. Those migrants who came across the border the last couple of weeks, they weren't like, oh, but we're too late to join the party. It's a farce.
No, there is. Let me ask you this, Megyn, and I ask you this sincerely. If you wanted to collapse every system that we have, if you thought the United States was bad and should be put in its place and should stop doing wars all around the world, should stop spreading colonialism, should pay for its crimes of the past, and join the rest of the world in reality, would you do anything differently than what this administration has done on all fronts? I mean, if you look at just Afghanistan, look at how they have destroyed our allyship. They said Trump was going to destroy NATO. Really? Because it was pretty healthy when he left. Now NATO's in trouble. Mm-hmm. Now all of our allies are saying we won't join you in a fight with this administration because we can't trust them. They've sent the signal that China is in charge. America is leaving the world stage. Extraordinarily dangerous. They've sent the message internally that we do leave people behind. We sent the message internally. You have anything to say about it and you're a military man, shut your mouth or you go to prison. We're setting all kinds of really bad messages, and every single one of them, if it was a mistake in Afghanistan, you would have said, okay, this clearly isn't working. Do we have another strategy? And we'd reverse it. No, they're claiming this is a success. Right. This is what they wanted. You look at that with the economy and inflation. You look at it with the border. Everything that is being done, it's not a mistake. It's not incompetence. It's not that he's senile. Otherwise, they would have reversed the course when they would have seen the devastating effects. This is a plan. We are being slowly nursed down into a third world kind of nation. And
let me challenge you on that, because I think it is incompetence. I don't know. I don't see Joe Biden as some evil master planner up there trying to take down America.
Correct. I don't think he is either. I think this is his opportunity, as it's been sold to him, to be the next FDR. They're going to fundamentally transform America.
Yes.
So you don't have to go evil. They think they're right. They think this is the right thing for America. So it's not that they are, twirling their mustache and saying, ha, 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 we've got them now. This is what they've worked their whole life for. The leftists have worked their whole life for this. They think that's where America belongs. And so it is happening. And if you want to blame it on incompetence, then you have to play the odds. What are the odds that everything this administration has done has worked not in the favor of a stable United States government or a stable society? Mm-hmm. Not one. If it was incompetent.
Okay, but let's talk about it.
Once in a while, something would fall our way.
In the category of incompetence, we can look at Afghanistan and how poorly it was handled. And then you hear the general say that 5-6 days before we hit the August 31st deadline, which was imaginary anyway, he finally went to them and said, what if we stayed past that date? Could you give me a plan or staying past that? So to me, it seems like the Biden administration was scrambling. They realized how badly they screwed up and they waited too long. And they finally went to the generals and said, what else could we do? They weren't satisfied and they didn't pull out. They did pull out on the 31st. So that's a point, I think, in favor of incompetence as opposed to master plan. But I'm going to give you the floor. But I also think that you look at what's happening at the border. You look at, the economy pumping all this. But there's so much to discuss about the economy today. But just in general, for now, pumping all this money into an economy where inflation's already on the rise. I think those things are driven by their, in large part, woke, a nonsensical ideology. They want more immigrants across the border because they believe somehow they're going to turn into Democrats and it's going to help them win votes and the ends justify the means. They want more people to have this money through the $3.5 trillion plan because it's part of the rescue of the middle class, the working class. We're going to give free college. We're going to have, quote, free college, and we're going to give free daycare. We're going to free everything, take from the haves, give to the have-nots, closer to a utopia. I think that's how they see the world.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm saying when I say they're not twirling their mustache. They think that they are right. But we are also being managed in our decline.